Sharon's here. I am so glad you joined me today. Guess what today is? Hello. That's right. It's Ask Sharon Anything Day. It is my Q&A day where you send in your questions and I give you my answers, okay? Now, before we get started, I see some new subscribers out there. I want to thank you so much for joining my tribe, and please, I invite you to go on down. If you haven't subscribed yet, push that subscribe button and hit that little bell while you're at it, because, girlfriends, it's going to notify you of my upcoming videos. I generally film 2 days a week, sometimes 3. All right? So I want to thank you very much for being with me. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I've got quite a few. Okay, girlfriends? Okay, I want to get started right away because I know you all are anxious to hear these questions and my answers. Dear Sharon, can you please tell me exactly how I'm to use a face oil? I don't know if I'm using it correctly. I've been watching some of your videos and you usually tell me that it has got to be the last product on the list. Can you explain that to me? Yes. The oil should be the very, very last thing, and you're going to use it over all of your products you've already put on your face and leave it there. It is a sealant. Understand, oils have the largest molecule of any product out there. So they do not penetrate the skin, all right, past the epidermis. So you want to use that as a sealant for all your products. And oils are fabulous for that because they will hold everything in place while still adding, you know, let's say a softness, a hydration, a healing effect for the rest of the products. So that is how you use the oils. There's a million oils out there, a million of them, but I can tell you, always use them at the end to only seal in everything else, okay? Thanks for your question, sweetheart. That was from Louise. Thank you, Louise. I appreciate that, darling. Okay, moving right along. Dear Sharon, I just found your channel and I am hooked. Well, thank you, girlfriend. I'm so glad to see you. This from Julianne. And says, can you recommend a day and night moisturizer and a serum for dry skin? There are tons of moisturizers out there. And a moisturizer, it doesn't make any difference really which one you use, just as the more moisturizing, obviously, the better. And this is why I'm telling you that. That is just going to sit on the top of the skin, on the barrier of the skin. That will hydrate the barrier. It'll make it softer. It doesn't do anything miraculous. All right, it doesn't remove lines and wrinkles, but it basically adds moisture and hydration, what have you, to the skin, and it, you know, covers and seals all of your evening products or morning products that you put on. Now, I'm just going to name a few off the top of my head. I absolutely love the SKINCEUTICALS Triple Restore. It is pricey. That it may not be your first choice, and that's okay. It's not for everyone. I love it because I got real dry skin, and that has helped my barrier kind of help restore it, if you will. But I also love the CERAVE PM, and I also have used that for AM as well as PM. It's in a little squirt tube at the drugstore. That's an excellent moisturizer. It is full of peptides, you know, and ceramides. So that's one you might want to try. I'm just going to throw another one out there is the TATCHA. And I love the TATCHA water creams are great if you don't have uber dry skin. If you have dry skin, try her Ageless line. That's the one that I've shown you before in the little purple bottle and violet lavender bottle. And it's the Ageless cream. I absolutely love that. Now that too is just a tad pricey. But anything like a Cetaphil, a CERAVE, if you want to go to the drugstore, would be great. Now they have the big tub, by the way. Let me backtrack a little bit on the CERAVE. They have the big tub of moisturizer, and that's great for all over your body as well as your face. And that'll last you forever. But I have found that the PM moisturizer in that CERAVE is really nice and strong, and it's lighter weight, and oh my gosh, it's wonderful for AM and PM to seal everything in. Now let's talk about the serums. As you well know, I'm a medical grade kind of gal. Okay, the serums that I use, whether it be, let's say in the morning, for instance, I'm going to use my vitamin C. I'm going to use things like for peptides and growth factors, I'm going to use my TNS by SkinCeuticals. For my hyaluronic acid, I use the SkinCeuticals HA5, and those are the majority of my serums for daytime. At night, it can differ. Now, I am still going to use my hyaluronic acid at night, and I'm still going to use my growth factors at night, but I'll use resveratrol by SkinCeuticals for my antioxidant at night. Now, on retin A nights, I just use my essences after I wash and cleanse. I use my toner, then I use my retin A, and I'll leave it all alone. I don't put anything on top of my retin A. So your serums usually are on your non-retin A, nights, okay? And in the mornings, in the daytime. But always, I think everybody needs a good vitamin C. The antioxidant is so important. I've done a whole video about hyaluronic acid and your antioxidants. That's very important. If you're 50 and over, you need those growth factors without a shadow of a doubt. And you also need plenty of peptides, strong peptides, okay? And things like that. So, there you go, girlfriend. Okay, the next one. Dear Sharon, my name is Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. If you had only 5 skincare products to use that brought about the excellent results, what would they be? Well, I'm already using them, girlfriends. Hello. Okay. I made a list here for you. My sunscreen's got to be #1. Absolutely my sunscreen. And I use the ELTA MD Broad Spectrum SPF 50. You know the UV Sport, blah, blah, blah. That's the one I use. You can get that on Amazon. I probably have that in my Amazon store, by the way. All right? To me, that is the best sunscreen ever. It's not going to leave a white cast. It's not sticky. It doesn't remain on there forever. It just soaks into the skin. It's absolutely beautiful and kind of gives a little bit of a glow. So, we need all that. We can get it at our age, okay? But sunscreen has to be #1. Of course, #2 is my vitamin C. All right? I have to have my vitamin C. That is my antioxidant. #3 is my hyaluronic acid. I've got to have that. I want my skin hydrated, and I want it plump. I need all the plumpness I can get, because when you get 50 on down, you are losing two, not 1 anymore. You're losing 2% of collagen a day. So you need that plumpness. The hyaluronic acid, which we already have in our body anyway, is going to add to it, and it's going to help plump up our skin. Got to have that. Okay, then of course, the next thing, then 1, 2, 3, and then 4 would be my TNS. I love my TNS. Everybody knows I swear by it, and if it didn't work, I wouldn't swear by it, but it works. Because God only knows who wants to spend that kind of money on something that doesn't work. But it works. And I've used it for years. I will never deter from that product. That is my holy grail. And it has my peptides and my growth factor together. It's 2 products in 1 can. So actually I'm getting, 2 different products. But I only have to buy 1 can, and that saves space as well. That I would have to have. That makes all the difference in my skin. And then, of course, last but not least is, my retin A. Gotta have my retin A. Now, I only use my retin A 3 nights a week. And the rest of the other nights, you know, I can use some glycolic acid. I can use my Eliterachet, and I know I'm mispronouncing that. Eliterachet, I think is the pronunciation, not French. Bear with me on that. I got this thick Texas accent, so it's going to come out any way I can get it there. But I've shown you all that before. It's an exfoliating toner. It is heaven. I love that product with my heart, soul, and mind. But I'm just throwing that out there, talking about that. Now, the next thing is I really do and am liking SKINCEUTICALS. I'm going to say it again. The Restore. I absolutely love that product. I mean, what it's doing for my skin right now, I need all the help I can get because I'm taking about 30 meds a day. That's day and night total. So it's really taking a toll on my skin. I mean, you talk about drying your skin out. Oh, the meds are doing it. And I'm having a screaming fit about it. So I'm just having to douse myself with everything I possibly can right now, okay? Because it's taking a mean lick on the texture, everything. So I just wanted to throw that in. Okay, girlfriends? Thanks for your question, girlfriend. I appreciate it, but those are my favorite out of 5 that make all the difference. The next question, and this is from Bonnie. Sharon, is there anything that can plump the under eyes? Actually, I'm talking plump. Yes, there is. Definitely there is. Fillers. There are fillers now just for the little troughs under your eyes, and I know a lot of you are getting the this, I call it sunken eye look. I hate that word, but anyway, where your eyes are kind of, you're losing all the volume around your eyes. So, yes, fillers have been a godsend. I can tell you, but Nisha, Sugar Puff, and Fluff was getting fillers under her eyes, and it made all the difference in the world. And it takes very, very little, about 1, 2, 3 little pokes, of injecting the filler in there. And it lasts for, 3 to 6 months, that particular filler. So, I don't know. She said it's worth it. I don't have to have that right now, but doesn't mean I'm not going to later down the line. But if I needed fillers under mine, I would definitely do it. I can tell you that because, I mean, I've never seen such a miraculous difference in filling, the trough of your eyes. Oh my gosh. It's like your whole face took off 20 years, girlfriend. So check with your doctor, check that out and see if you're a candidate for that and if you like it. What have you got to lose, girlfriend? Go for it. But as far as a product or anything over the counter, nothing is really going to, take care of that under the eye. It's just not, it's not going to plump up under the eye, no matter what. But the fillers will. And that's why we've got them. Okay, the next question. This is from Dee Dee. Sharon, how do I get rid of neck wrinkles? Okay, I'm calling it tech neck right now. If y'all technique sit there and look at your phones, your head's down all the time, or you're texting back and forth, that can cause these bands. So I'm holding my phone up as high as I can. I don't want to get all those bands. I've got enough problem just trying to take care of the rooster neck and all this other loose stuff that wants to sag. But yes, I do use neck creams. Let me tell you what I think. Now, I'm not telling you it's all going to completely tighten up without some sort of lift or Kybella or all therapy's the main thing, and it does work, but you have to have several, visits for that. Several times you have to go. But I use the Revision neck cream. Now, it does somewhat firm a little bit and lift just a little. I mean, you can definitely see a difference if you see a before and after picture. So the Revision does work. Pricey, yes, but it works. The next thing I want to talk to you about that I'm really kind of hell-bent on, and that I have been using for the last year as well as my Revision. I don't use them on the same nights, obviously, but is my CACAY oil. The CACAY has vitamin A in it, just like your retin-A. And so it has been incredible at tightening this up a little bit, but it's changed the texture too. I mean, I don't have as many lines going across as I did at all, and I use that on my neck and my décolleté. Oh my gosh, girls, it has done a miracle on my décolleté, let me tell you. I mean, a purity miracle, because you know all that crepey crap we get on our décolleté. It looks old and ugly. Listen, I went to town. I did everything but take sandpaper, okay, girlfriends? I mean, I tried everything. Once I got into the regime of using my CACAY at night and bringing it, you know, literally from the chin all the way down, you know, as well as, you know, on my face when I used it, but definitely the neck and décolleté every single night. I love it. Except some nights I swap off and I use my revision. However, I would rather use the revision night cream in the daytime and then stick with my CACAY at night. That's what's helped me a lot, okay? One in day and one at night. So try that, girlfriends. Also, I do bring my retin-A down my neck and on my décolleté as well. But I don't really, I did that even for years, but I never noticed a difference that much in my neck and décolleté until I used the CACAY. Don't ask me why. That oil is a miracle, okay? I'm just telling you. I mean, it's worked for me. So that's what I suggest trying, okay? And so if retin-A is too strong for your neck and your décolleté, try retinol. Retinol would be good for that. There you go, girlfriend. Okay, Candace. Sharon, how did you get started on YouTube and why did you get started? You said, how did I get started? Well, I got started. Let me explain something to you about 2009. And I mentioned this in another video. I had started to put up a few little videos, you know, practice and play on it. Didn't really take it seriously, just did a few, and then I had to go back on the road and do what I got to do. I'd come in every once in a while, I'd put out a few more, you know. And like I said, I was so stupid, I didn't know I was supposed to comment and everything, because I hadn't really researched a lot of YouTube. I was just kind of practicing, you know, to see, you know, how that would work. In 2016, I started getting pretty serious about trying to be consistent and working on content and what have you. The reason that I did this, and believe me, this is purely a hobby. However, my main thing was I am an empowerment coach for women. I do have some men, I'll admit, yes I do, as clients. But primarily, I have women. And I do public speaking, and I hold events, and I do consultations by phone and in person and so forth and so on. And I'm a writer, an author as well. So all of this was going to be kind of tied in with my female empowerment. I'm very much about female empowerment, totally about it. And I wanted to see if I couldn't get on here and help women in some way. And I'm not just going to get on here and throw a bunch of products out there and say, oh, try this, this is just lovely. And then put a bunch of links down below. No, I am going to have to test everything. I've got to know that they're going to work, because when I bring you something, I want to bring you the real McCoy. That's why I go in such in-depth when I talk about skincare. I mean, I got to research everything. I've got to try it first. I've got to know that it works. I try my best to find alternatives for some that are a little pricey for you. But I mean, I try to demonstrate step by step, and I go all out when I do these. Because I don't want to do anything halfway, let's say, okay? I mean, I want to really help you. I want to help you. And I want to bring you every bit of information I can and do as much research as I can, so you'll, know what to do. Because I think when a woman actually looks good, she feels good. And my motto has always been, as a coach, The first thing I always start with is a makeover. When a woman signs up for my coaching program, first thing is I'm going to take her to get a complete makeover. That's clothes, that's hair, that's makeup, new hair color, new hairstyle. Everything changes about her. And then when she looks in the mirror, she knows how absolutely beautiful she truly is, with different changes that flatter her. And then I've got her all hyped up, and then by the time I throw the program out there and we start coaching and working on everything, she's actually going to do the work. Because, you know, you pay for this, you want to get empowered, you want to feel good about yourself, you want to have a great self-esteem. So that's why I go from the outside in, not the inside out. Because when I get ladies that are low on self-esteem, or they don't feel that great about themselves, or they're codependent, and they're just, and some of them have been abused, and we can go on down the list, there's no way you're going to pull the inside out and think she's beautiful. You know, you've got to let her have a visual picture first of how she really is, and that she really is beautiful. Then you can start working with her when she feels pretty good about herself. It has worked every single time, 99.9%. They just come out smelling like a rose. And the reason I say that is because I have a different approach. And I'm tough, and we do sit down and we just open everything up. We get down to the nitty gritty, and they have homework to do. They have lessons they work, as I have a whole, you know, a manual that is sent to them. But we work on it together. Like, she'll do her homework, and then we'll discuss it. We'll go through routines and this kind of thing. So that's how it works. But I am here to help the women. Bottom line, point blank, in any way I can. And if they don't want it, that's okay. Maybe they're not ready for it, or maybe they're ready for something different. You know, not everyone can handle my approach. You understand? Okay, so maybe that kind of helps answer that question. Does it, girlfriend? I hope I did. Dear Sharon, if you could just have one eyeshadow palette, what would it be? Oh, I hate this. And I'll tell you why I hate it. Who is this? Diane. Diane, let me tell you why I hate this. Because I like a lot of them. But, all right, I'll answer this. If I could just have one, you know what it would be? It would be the TARTIST Pro. I love that friggin' palette. That palette has, man, I can get down with every eye look in that palette. It has got every color that is perfect, especially for mature women. I mean, you can do night looks, you can do day looks, and it's just, they're perfect for all eye colors. It's just a universal palette, and I love the TARTIST Pro. I love it. I always will. So that's one of my very favorites. I mean, I have some others, but Okay, girlfriend, thank you, sweetheart. Okay, and this is from Marsha. Marsha, do you recommend steaming your face? Oh my gosh, yes. I did a video on that. I steamed my face on YouTube, like I do everything, bare face. But yes, because it opens up all the pores, you can get out all the caca, and you can finish with a nice, beautiful clay mask, you know, that'll take out all and debunk all your pores. Oh, I love steaming. Not only that, but it's relaxing and it's moisturizing, but it just opens everything up so you can clean it out. And I implore you to steam. I steam all the time. I love it. I love, 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 love a good steam. Absolutely, girlfriend. Okay, the next question. Cynthia, Sharon, what mascara do you recommend that won't flake? Okay, and boy howdy, that's hard because a lot of them do. All right, let me tell you what I like that does not flake on me. I like my Marc Jacobs mascara. Love that mascara. It's a little wetter than most, but it dries very quickly. And I love the Marc Jacobs. Doesn't flake at all. The next one, believe it or not, is Charlotte Tilbury's Legendary Lashes, and it's the second eyeshadow. It's the number 2. The number 1, well, it didn't flake on me either, but it did some people, and they would even get smudges from it. But the Legendary Lashes, number 2, the mascara is fantastic. I think I'm wearing that today, I think, yeah. But no, it doesn't flake or smudge. Thank God for the second one. I mean, I didn't have any problems with the first one, but lots of people did, okay? Maybe that's because maybe they had eyelashes, you know what I mean, girlfriends? Okay, my ladies, that just about wrapped it up. I do want to bring something to your attention. I will be doing a live Q&A on the 28th, Sunday, and it'll be 1:30 Central Time. Make a note of that, because I'll be answering all of your questions in the live feed as we go along. And I will be live, girlfriends, okay? And that's going to be on a Sunday, and that's the 28th. So make a note of that. I'll be sending you notices all the way down the line. And I can't wait to talk to each and every one of you right then and there, okay, girlfriends? Mwah! Thank you so much for being with me today. And all my new subbies, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of you. And I want every one of you to stay sassy, classy, and confident. And give me a big thumbs up on this video.